The worst scenario for Gennady Triple G Golovkin to possibly take place is to see Canelo Álvarez face Danny Jacobs and Demetrius Andrade face Billy Joe Saunders. Stay tuned, coming up next.
Hey, this is Cassie, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout outs to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV. Hola, habla Cindy, está viendo Deportes TV.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So the worst possible scenario has taken place for Gennady Triple G Golovkin. And that scenario is that Billy Joe Saunders, Demetrius Andrade are in negotiations to stage a fight that should have took place back in October, but fell through due to the fact that Billy Joe Saunders failed a PED test. Canelo Álvarez is now looking to face and is going to face Daniel the Miracle Man Jacobs Cinco de Mayo weekend, May 4th. Where does that leave Gennady Triple G Golovkin? Well, I'll tell you, that leaves him with Jermall Charlo. The worst possible situation for Triple G. Because where does he turn here from now? Where does he turn now from here? Right? He's going to have to turn to Jermall Charlo, right? Not to mention he doesn't even have a platform. It would have worked out for him should Danny Jacobs not have gotten a fight with Canelo Álvarez, and should the the WBO not mandated that Demetrius Andrade face Billy Joe Saunders next and a purse bid within 30 days. See, that's the worst possible scenario, because Gennady Triple G Golovkin doesn't have a platform, right? And so it would have been fitting for him to be able to sign with DAZN and either face Canelo Álvarez in a trilogy fight or face Demetrius Andrade, which was possibly the better situation. Or maybe go the route of Billy Joe Saunders. But facing Billy Joe Saunders puts him in a lose-lose situation, because Billy Joe Saunders doesn't have a title. And he could possibly look bad against Billy Joe Saunders, possibly lose that fight. And that leaves him where? Nowhere. So the better situation for him would have been to land the fight with Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade, correct? Because it's the same risk, because Billy Joe Saunders, Demetrius Andrade are very similar style fighters. They both southpaw, very slick fighters. So why not face Demetrius Andrade with the possibility of winning a title, opposed to facing Billy Joe Saunders with nothing on the line, right? He didn't want to face Canelo Álvarez. He turned down the Canelo Álvarez fight, and he turned down the negotiations due to the fact that he felt he was being lowballed in negotiations. He didn't think that Canelo Álvarez was actually going to turn to another opponent. And quickly, within days, Canelo Álvarez turned his sights to Daniel the Miracle Man Jacobs in a unification bout. Signed, sealed, and delivered Cinco de Mayo weekend for that IBF strap, right? Putting Canelo Álvarez one step closer to becoming the first Mexican undisputed middleweight champion of the world, right? So he lost out on that situation. Now where does it put him, right? It puts him in the spot where he's going to have to face Jermall Charlo. And that's not a spot he wanted to have been in. Because now, should he sign with DAZN, what does he get out of signing with DAZN? Absolutely nothing. Because he won't land a shot with Demetrius Andrade, Billy Joe Saunders, Danny Jacobs, or Canelo Álvarez. So 4 of the top of 6 middleweights are not available anymore. So now he's going to have to turn his sight to either a lesser opponent that he's going to be highly criticized for, dragging an opponent up from 54 or something like that, or turn his sights to the mandatory and Jermall Charlo. Jermall Charlo became the mandatory for Triple G to get a shot for the WBC title at Canelo Álvarez. So now that forces him to turn his attention to Jermall Charlo. And Jermall Charlo will happily accept. You see, Demetrius Andrade said that he wanted to fight with Gennady Golovkin, but he's not going to lose his strap to take that fight. He's going to keep his strap and face Billy Joe Saunders, how he was supposed to face Billy Joe Saunders back in October. But it was due to a failed test that the fight didn't push through. should have went accordingly, that would have been a perfect situation for Demetrius Andrade. Should he have beaten Billy Joe Saunders back in October, just face this opponent he just faced right now, and then look to face Triple G. That would have been the perfect scenario for him. But unfortunately, Billy Joe Saunders failed the test. And fortunately for Billy Joe Saunders, the WBO has mandated that Demetrius Andrade face him, or the fight will go to a purse bid. Demetrius Andrade worked too hard to get the title, and he's not going to lose it. So he's going to go ahead and push forward and go ahead and push through with the fight with Billy Joe Saunders. Danny Jacobs was looking for a rematch with Triple G, right? And I'm pretty sure Triple G and his team didn't foresee Danny Jacobs getting this Canelo Álvarez fight. So this is the worst possible scenario for Triple G, as he's forced to face Jermall Charlo. You know, WBC was mandating Jermall Charlo was the #1 ranked opponent for the WBC title. So they made an eliminator for Triple G to face Jermall Charlo. And now with that said, you know, this is the worst possible situation for Triple G, because he was going to turn it down. The WBC and Jermall Charlo would have been forced to step aside and not force a fight, a vacant fight. I mean, force a eliminator fight between the two. Should he have went right and faced Canelo Álvarez, would agree to face him in a trilogy fight. But that's not the case. That's not what took place. The worst thing took place is Danny Jacobs got the shot, as Canelo Álvarez quickly turned his sights after Triple G felt slighted. He quickly turned his sights to Danny Jacobs, which they did not foresee happening. So look to see Triple G versus Jermall Charlo sometime in the spring or the summertime, or you're going to see Triple G versus a lesser opponent, somebody he's going to drag up from 54 or so, and he's going to get a lot of criticism for it. As Oscar De La Hoya has coming out and saying that Triple G and Canelo Álvarez will get a trilogy shot somewhere down the road. The fight will happen, most likely in September. But that's all I got for y'all, man. The worst possible situation for Triple G just took place. Let me know what y'all think. Drop a comment in the comment section. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all in one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Road. Make sure you like and share this video. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.